Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of Zelda Theorizing. Now see, I'm a member of the Zelda Universe forum. Really don't comment on there that much, and even then, I have a fake identity on the forum. I'm female and I'm 20-something years old. Well, I am 20-something years old, but I'm older than I am. Mainly because I just don't want people to know who I am. But if you actually saw what the username was, you say that's definitely Andrew, just by the username. But on the forums, I posted a theory a while back, and it got a little bit of discussion, and I kind of want to throw this theory out to you guys and see what you guys think about this. So this is for the Zelda fans out there, the Zelda theorists. This one is for you. I want to hear your opinion. Now, little disclaimer. As with all Zelda theorizing, it's just theory. You know, take it for what it's worth. Don't get up in a big rage and hoo-ha and passionate uproar if you don't agree with it. Because it's just theory. Okay? A lot of Zelda theorists clash and get pissed off and get really into it. God, it's a game. I mean, it's Zelda. It's the best game ever made, but it's a game. So with that said, let's get into it. So I'll read it word for word, but there's more I'm going to add on because someone brought up a good point in the actual discussion that I didn't add this right away. So here's the post. Again, this was posted by me a few months ago. Let me start off by saying, in no way, shape, or form am I saying that Minish Cap backstory is Spirit Tracks. However, does anyone else notice the similarities between the two? In Minish Cap, the Minish descend on Hyrule and give the hero of men the magical blade, which later becomes known as the Picori blade. When the battle was over, the Minish returned to the skies where they came from. In Spirit Tracks, the Locomos gave Link the Locomos blade after descending down to Hyrule, in order to defeat the evil of the land. When you beat the game, the Locomos return to the sky, similar to the Minish. I find it interesting that a lot of facts kind of match up. The Minish and the Locomos both watch over Hyrule. The Minish gave the hero the Picori blade, and the Locomos gave Link the Locomos blade. Both Minish and Locomos return to the sky to watch over Hyrule at the end of the mission or adventure that either heroes have. Assuming legends change over the years, the hero of men legend could very well be different than the actual event, which could have been Spirit Tracks. The Locomos sword could have been later renamed the Picori blade. Although I do admit they do look a little bit different, there are some similarities with them. The Minish can take many different forms, as you can see with Vadi and, oh, what's his name? The fucking hat you have. Minish can take upon different forms. And the Locomos may just be one of those different forms. Like I said before, I'm not saying Minish Cap backstory is Spirit Tracks. All I'm saying is there are a lot of things that match up, and if the legend of the hero of men changed throughout the ages, then it could have really been Spirit Tracks. One thing I want to throw in there is that another thing is, well, people can argue, what about the tracks? I mean, after you beat Spirit Tracks, the tracks are still on Hyrule. The tracks aren't in any other game. True. But it also states in a Legend of Zelda that Ganon's forces came down and just ravaged the whole entire land of Hyrule, absolutely decimating and destroying it. If this is the case, then they could have probably destroyed the tracks. I mean, boom, done, gone. And that could have accounted for the disappearing of the tracks. That, or just over time that the tracks weren't needed, or they just faded away for whatever reason. But that's the theory that I want to throw out to you guys. That, you know, this Minish Cap's backstory does have a lot of similarities with the Spirit Tracks game, in that the Locomos can take a lot of different forms, as do the Minish. The Locomos can just be a different form of the Minish. Both of them descend down to the sky, give their respected heroes a sword, and defeat the evil of the land, then return to the sky. The Picori blade and the Locomo sword kind of look the same, and if you remember, the Picori blade was destroyed, so, and then it became the Four Swords, so, I mean, there could have been some transition there too. Again, I'm just saying there's some similarities here. Assuming that legend is always told differently, over the hundreds of years that could have been in between the two games, the legend could have changed. Greatly could have changed. So, I'm just throwing that out there. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think that there's some validity to this theory? Do you think that there's something to this? Do you disagree with it? If you do, please state why. Or if you want to add something to this theory, go right ahead. Again, this is just something just for a little fun. I threw it out there because there are a lot of similarities between the two games if you really look at it. And if you throw in the consideration that legend does change, then, I mean, it's like comparing Ocarina of Time to Steel Wars. I mean, whether or not it actually is the Steel Wars, there's a lot of differences and there's a lot of same. So, I mean, again, I want to hear what you guys think. So with that said, I'm going to end this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.